Everybody, it's Man Master here. I'm doing a video today, and this video may be the only video I do today. I'm not sure, but this video is kind of just a little rant about in the past that people like to compare people to other people, and really annoyingly, in an annoying way, as far as like ex-boyfriends or other family members, stuff like that. And what I mean by this is there's, people who have said things to me, well, at least you're not like him. At least you're not as bad as him. And it's like this fucking like condescending, like somewhat patronizing way of looking at people, that you're comparing people, and the basis of giving a compliment, like backhanded, is by comparing you to another person that's worse. Like a certain person compared me favorably to another family member once. Person that, by the way, the person that I'm referring to does not watch these videos, and so no, I'm not really worried about that. It's just that so any family members that do watch this video know what the hell I'm talking about. And I don't care. And I don't think they're offended by this, the people that do. The family, the parts of my family, dog hair on here. The parts of my family that do watch these videos do not probably care about what I'm talking about, of course. So I also had an ex-girlfriend who would compare me. Oh, there's a picture of her up there. I'm looking at it right now. I put all these pictures of all these people from the past on this like collage and stuff on my wall. It's kind of funny. So I see like exes and stuff, and but maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know. Whatever. I just during the whole last year, it just got really weird, and I just wanted to like have this thing like about the past and stuff. It's hard to explain, but like connecting to the past as far as like with regards to having because of how bad things got, I just like I printed out all these pictures and put them on a wall. So it's interesting. There's this wall of memories. That's what I call it, and still a few X's around there. But anyways, so when people do this kind of comparison thing, like comparing you to someone else that's worse or whatever, like this ex-boyfriend of this ex-girlfriend of mine, actually, an ex-girlfriend from quite a long time ago who I'm not in contact with, I should add. She would say, oh, well, at least you're not a heroin addict like him. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's like, you can't think of something I'm good about, or I'm good at, or about now. So you're trying to rationalize your relationship with me by saying, well, at least I'm not that scummy. That's what it sounds like. And then when family members compare me to other family members that are, more messed up or whatever, well, it's like, well, you haven't really accomplished much in life, but you've accomplished much more than him. It's like, oh, thanks for the encouragement, motherfucker. It just pisses me off. It's just a little rant. So I think people should just be judged on their own merits, not how they compare to other people. Like, I wouldn't say like to an ex-girlfriend, well, at least you don't self-mutilate like she did. You just once in a while get blackout drunk and then drive, but at least you don't do, at least you're not on heroin. At least you're not snorting, snorting meth in the bathroom. You're just snorting coke once in a while. Instead of that, maybe say, oh, well, I love you for this. I love you for that. I like you for this. This is what I like. Instead of bringing the person out of the other person in the equation, but you're trying to rationalize your fucking liking of someone, or your you have, or in the family situation, you have these high expectations that this guy will be this professional guy that, because you're like projecting your own what you perceive, your own insecurities onto this person, this family member, right? Like your son just works at a fucking technology company as like a customer support specialist. He's not the CEO, and you're projecting your own what you think of your ideal reality on another person, is what I'm trying to say. And this is kind of like I'm sure people have experienced this, and it makes me mad when people try to do this to me. It's like, thankfully, like family or friends or even exes, there are people, they judge me on my own merits, or they don't even mention anything at all. Like when you're dating someone and they just don't give a fuck about what you do, as far as like, you'll play some of your music and they just don't give a shit, or they'll criticize it. Fuck you, it just pisses me off. But that pisses me off almost less than this comparison shit. Like, oh my god, at least you're not him. At least you're not him. Fuck you. At least you're not as ugly as I don't know. I'm trying to, I don't know. At least you don't look like a corpse. At least you're not 500 pounds. At least you're not, at least you're working a minimum wage job and you're not a bum. Oh, I'm so grateful for that. Oh my god, you're a little bit better than that other person, so I'm giving you a compliment for that. Okay. That just pisses me off. And over the years, and just sometimes these things go in my head. It's just like when I do these videos, sometimes it's a thought I've had for a while or for years. I'm like, hey, I should do a video about that. And today that's what I did. And it's really ridiculous. It's hard to maneuver relationships or friendships or familial relationships, but when people do this kind of shit, it does piss me off. It just makes me but it does feed into my thing, like my narrative. Like, I've got to rise above all this bullshit that people told me and try to succeed, in something big, and then just say fuck you, when they come back to me, or if I get rich, it's kind of been this dream of mine, it's like once I get rich or famous or whatever, I'm just saying, like, if it happens, I'd be able to say, like, if they come begging for money, and be like, no, fuck you. You're the ones maybe it sounds a little petty to say, like, oh, by doing these kind of patronizing comments, it's just the same as saying you'll fail or something like that. Well, no, it's a little more complicated than that, but it's like, when people doubt me, doubt my abilities or doubt my initiative, I've had family members that say I could do whatever the fuck I want, I mean, that's, when you grow up with one person saying that, that's a better thing than saying, oh, you'll just have to compete with a bunch of people. Your dreams are, basically saying your dreams are worthless, you have to compete with it. Oh, it's a lot of hard work. It's like, okay, well, fuck you, I'll work then. I'll work harder, I'll work harder. And if you're shooting people down, when you're shooting people down, it comes from a place of anger and misery. Hurt people. That's a fact. So when you're shooting people down, just remember, it's coming from a dark, negative place. It has to be. Now, I don't know, this theory about hurt people. As far as like political stuff, like when I do stuff that I'm angry about, it's a really complicated thing. I'm going to continue to do videos, by the way. I'm just going to continue to do my thing. But like, I understand that there's that element there's a negativity there. There's a darkness that's coming out, right? But yeah, I mean, back to the original subject of this video. I hate when people compare me to other people. You know, I mean, when people treat me as an individual that's unique, with regards to any standards, compared to any standards that they have for, you know, whatever, that's the better thing. I mean, my first girlfriend said, you know, I asked her why she loved me, and she said, because of your madness. And it's like, now I'm just like thinking, even though it's like kind of stupid and silly and juvenile to say something like that in a way, like it's just kind of like, well, you can't give me a specific compliment. Well, fuck you. In a way, it's better than saying, well, at least you're not like my ex-boyfriend. At least you're not like your brother. You know, at least you're not a failure like him. Well, you have a job. You own a car and own an apartment. But you're not a fucking CEO, so I'm gonna look down on you. Because I'm a failure with my fucking wife that tells me what to do all the time. And then I live in a state that I hate. Fuck you.